Hello, we will discuss large intestine. So this is a specimen of large intestine. Large intestine begins at ileocecal junction. So here you can see this is a ileum which is part of small intestine, and this is a cecum present at commencement of large intestine. So it begins from ileocecal junction and it ends at anal orifice. The parts of large intestine are, this is cecum with this worm-like structure called as appendix. This is ascending colon, transverse colon, this is descending colon, this is a sigmoid colon. The sigmoid colon continues as rectum and anal canal, but these two parts are not seen in this specimen because they are removed with other pelvic organs. Here also you can see at the junction of ascending colon and transverse colon, this is right colic flexure. It is also called as hepatic flexure because it lies close to the liver. This is left colic flexure or splenic flexure present at the junction of transverse colon and descending colon. Now we will see the differences between large and small intestine. Large intestine length is 1.5 meters or 6 feet, while length of small intestine is 6 meters or 20 feet. So why the large intestine is called large? It is because of its diameter. We will compare. This is a specimen of small intestine. So compare the diameter of small intestine with diameter of large intestine. So this is a diameter of large intestine is more as compared to diameter of small intestine. Then large intestine shows 3 cardinal features which help to differentiate large intestine from small intestine. So first feature is ependyces epiploiky. So these are all ependyces epiploiky, which are peritoneal sacs filled with the fat. So ependyces epiploiky are fat filled small peritoneal sacs. These ependyces epiploiky are absent in appendix, cecum and rectum. The second cardinal feature is tinea coli. Tinea coli are 3 ribbon-like bands formed by condensation of longitudinal muscle coat of large intestine. So here you can see this ribbon-like bands. These are called as tinea coli. There are 3 in number. So positions of tinea are specific. In vertical portions of large intestine like ascending colon, descending colon and sigmoid colon, the positions are tinea libra, which is present on anterior surface, tinea mesocolica is present on posteromedial surface, and tinea omentalis is present on posterolateral surface of the intestinal wall. While positions of tinea are different in case of transverse colon. The tinea libra is present on inferior aspect. Then tinea mesocolica is present on posterior wall, while tinea omentalis is present on antero-superior surface. The third cardinal feature is hostrations or saculations. So I will show you the hostrations or saculations. These are the hostrations or saculations. The hostrations or saculations, they are produced because the 6 feet of large intestine is inserted on 4 feet of tinea coli, and because of that hostrations are produced. So remember that Tinea coli and hostrations are absent in appendix and rectum. Okay. Now coming to the blood supply of large intestine. The cecum, appendix, ascending colon and right 2/3 part of transverse colon. These parts are developed from endoderm of midgut. So they are supplied by artery of midgut, that is superior mesenteric artery. While the left 1/3 part of transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum and upper part of anal canal, they are developed from endoderm of hindgut, and that's why they are supplied by branches of inferior mesenteric artery, which is an artery of hindgut. Okay. Now what are the functions of large intestine? The functions are, it helps in absorption of water, then digestion of cellulose, synthesis of vitamin B complex and vitamin K, and it also helps in storage of fecal material, especially in descending colon, sigmoid colon and upper part of rectum, and later on evacuation of feces during or voiding of feces during defecation. Okay. So this was all about large intestine. Now I will show you another specimen. In this specimen I am going to show you the Tinea coli because these are very nicely seen. Before that we will try to identify the parts seen in this specimen. This is a cecum, this is ascending colon, this is terminal part of ileum which is attached to the medial wall of cecum. This is vermiform appendix which is attached to the posteromedial wall of the cecum. Now coming to the Tinea coli, in vertical portions of large intestine have specific position. So this is Tinea libra present on anterior surface. Then Tinea mesocolica, it is present on posteromedial wall, and Tinea ommentalis is present on posterolateral aspect of the wall of large intestine. Proximally, all these tinea converge at base of appendix. So here this is a base of appendix and all tinea converge. So this is Tinea libra, Tinea mesocolica and Tinea ommentalis. All they are converging at base of the appendix, and this helps to identify the base during appendectomy operation. Thank you.